Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got some incredibly important and breaking news for millions of Americans who rely on Social Security, SSI, SSDI, and VA benefits. If you or a loved one depends on these payments, then this video is a must-watch because it's going to tell you exactly what's happening this October, who will get the biggest increases, who will have to wait, and what steps you need to take to make sure you don't miss a single dollar. This isn't some vague rumor or a maybe report. This is official, confirmed information straight from the Social Security Administration. So make sure you stay with me until the end, because by the time we're done, you'll have a complete roadmap for your Social Security payments this fall. Now, the headline everyone is talking about is confirmed. The Social Security October update is here, and it is huge. Some beneficiaries are going to see monthly payments as high as $4,873. Yes, that's not a typo. $4,873 is the maximum payment being issued to certain qualified recipients this month. But, as with any big update, not everyone is going to see their money immediately. Some people will actually have to wait until December to receive their increased payments. I know that might sound frustrating, but I promise we're going to break it all down, so you know exactly what to expect. And more importantly, why some people see the increase immediately, while others wait a bit longer. Let's start with those who are getting the top payments in October. This includes retirees who have been paying into Social Security for decades, often maxing out their contributions over their working lives. These are individuals whose payments also include spousal or dependent benefits, which can push their total monthly amount to that maximum of $4,873. Veterans receiving combined Social Security and VA benefits may also hit this top tier, depending on their individual circumstances. The important thing here is that these payments are calculated based on lifetime earnings, years of contributions, and additional benefits for family members. This is why the number is so precise. It's not arbitrary. It's also important to note that not everyone qualifies for this maximum payment. Many people will see smaller increases, and even those increases can make a significant difference in day-to-day living. For example, someone who has been receiving a mid-range Social Security payment could see a boost of several $100s, which may be just what's needed to cover rising housing costs, energy bills, or medical expenses. The reality is that even a few $100s more can relieve a lot of stress, especially for those living on a fixed income. Now let's talk about the group that will have to wait until December to see their updated benefits. Why does this happen? Social Security payments are issued on a schedule based on several factors, including your birthday and how long you've been a beneficiary. Those who are new to Social Security or whose benefits are tied to different schedules may experience a slight delay. Additionally, the Social Security Administration needs extra time to process some of the annual cost of living adjustments for certain categories of beneficiaries. These delays are not mistakes. They're simply part of the system's way of ensuring accuracy. They want to make sure that everyone gets exactly what they're owed, without overpayments or underpayments, which can create more problems later on. It's also important to understand why these payments are increasing in the first place. The primary driver is the annual cost of living adjustment, commonly known as COLA. Every year, the Social Security Administration reviews data from the Consumer Price Index, looking at inflation across various sectors such as housing, energy, food, and healthcare. This year, inflation has been higher than usual, especially in essentials, which is why the COLA increase is larger than in recent years. The goal of this adjustment is simple: to help seniors, disabled individuals, and veterans maintain their purchasing power even as prices rise. Some of you may be thinking, okay, but how can I know exactly what I'll get? That's where the Social Security online portal comes in. By logging into your My Social Security account, you can see a detailed breakdown of your new payment, including the COLA adjustment and any other applicable benefits. If you haven't set up an account yet, it's quick and easy to do, and it's the most reliable way to make sure you know exactly how much money will arrive and when. For many people, this step alone provides peace of mind, especially if you rely on these payments for your monthly expenses. Now let's dive into the timing of these payments. Social Security generally issues payments based on your birthday. For instance, if your birthday falls between the 1st and 10th of the month, your payment usually arrives on the second Wednesday. Those with birthdays from the 11th to the 20th receive theirs on the third Wednesday, and those with birthdays from the 21st to the 31st typically get theirs on the fourth Wednesday. So while some people will see their updated payment early in October, others will still need to wait a couple of weeks. Understanding this schedule is critical for planning your budget, paying bills, and avoiding any surprises. For those waiting until December, it may feel discouraging, but it's important to remember that there's a good reason for this delay. The Social Security Administration has to coordinate adjustments with other federal benefits, including SSI and VA payments. For new recipients or those receiving multiple benefits, the system needs extra time to verify income, calculate payments accurately, and prevent errors. This careful process ensures that everyone ultimately receives the correct amount, even if it takes a bit longer. The impact of this increase is significant. For seniors, the boost in Social Security payments can cover essentials like rent, groceries, utilities, and healthcare. For families depending on a parent or grandparent's benefits, it can mean extra stability and peace of mind. Veterans receiving VA benefits alongside Social Security may also find that the increase gives them a financial cushion they desperately need. Even for those not receiving the maximum payment, the increase can make a noticeable difference in managing day-to-day expenses. Some beneficiaries may also qualify for additional retroactive payments or one-time lump sums. These are separate from the standard COLA increase and can appear in your account unexpectedly, adding an extra layer of financial relief. So even if your regular payment doesn't hit the $4,173 mark, there's still a chance you could see a substantial deposit in your account either this October or in December. Knowing this can help you plan ahead and make the most of the extra money when it arrives. Now, a question I get all the time is, will these increases affect my taxes? The answer depends on your total income. Social Security benefits are subject to federal income tax if your combined income exceeds certain thresholds. For many retirees living solely on Social Security, taxes may not be an issue. But if you have other income sources like pensions, investments, or part-time work, the increase could push part of your benefits into the taxable range. To avoid surprises, it's smart to consult a tax professional or use the SSA's online tools to estimate any potential tax liability. Another important point is the method of payment. Most Social Security beneficiaries receive payments directly via bank deposit. This is not only convenient, but it's also the fastest way to get your money without worrying about delays in the mail. If you're still receiving paper checks, it's a good idea to consider switching to direct deposit to ensure your money arrives on time and safely. So, what should you do right now to prepare for this update? First, log into your My Social Security account to check your updated payment. Second, make a note of your payment schedule so you know exactly when to expect your deposit. Third, if you have bills or upcoming expenses, plan accordingly, especially if you're part of the group waiting until December. Finally, keep an eye on official notices from Social Security, which may provide details about adjustments or additional benefits you're eligible for. Before we finish, let's address a few common questions. One is, will receiving a bigger payment affect my SSI or Medicaid eligibility? Usually it won't, because these programs have separate eligibility rules. But if you're receiving means-tested benefits, it's wise to report any increase to the appropriate agency to prevent complications. Another frequent question is, can my payment change again after October? The answer is yes. Social Security benefits can be adjusted throughout the year if your income, household situation, or other circumstances change. Additionally, if the government implements emergency relief measures or additional stimulus programs, your payment could temporarily increase. Finally, why is this news such a big deal? Numbers like $4,873 represent the maximum benefit for high-earning beneficiaries and highlight the scale of support being provided. They also show that Social Security is not a fixed system. It adjusts based on lifetime earnings, family situation, and inflation. For millions of Americans, understanding these numbers is crucial for budgeting, covering healthcare costs, and maintaining financial stability. Even if your payment doesn't reach the maximum, every increase matters, and it can have a real tangible impact on your life. So let's summarize what we've learned today. October 2025 is a huge month for Social Security. Some beneficiaries will see payments as high as $4,873, while others will have to wait until December. These increases are driven by the cost of living adjustment in response to inflation, and they reflect years of contributions and careful calculations by the Social Security Administration. If you want to know exactly how much you'll receive, log into My Social Security, check your schedule, and make any necessary financial plans. Even if your payment is smaller, every increase matters and can help millions of Americans stay secure in these challenging times. All right, that's it for today's video. I hope this breakdown has helped you understand exactly what's happening with Social Security this October. If you found this video helpful, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a breaking update. Share this video with friends or family members who rely on Social Security because they need this information now, not later. Remember, stay informed, stay prepared, and make sure your benefits are working for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next update.